Today we will be discussing about the concept of member hiding. As the word says, member hiding is nothing but some of the methods I want to hide it from the other methods or one class from other class. Then I will be using the concept of member hiding. Mainly, in order to explain the concept of member hiding, for example, if you are said to be like not able to override any of the methods, means what, that particular method is said to be what, it is said to be hided to not to get that method to be accessed by any other class, then it is said to be member hiding. Mainly the member hiding concept, it is said to be using a keyword called as new, which help you out in like hide particular method. Okay, remember, new keyword mainly it is used to create an object, but here the new keyword can also be utilized to hide something, remember that. So that it is being meant in the concept of member hiding. For example, you can check out in the example, you have the using system. Okay, you have using system, and after that you have a class A. In that a method is there called foo. That method is said to be printing a message A is to foo. Okay, same way class B, it is said to be inheriting the properties of A. Okay, it has some changes are there in the class B, you can check out. You use a keyword called as new for class B method, that is foo. Okay, public new void foo is there, and it is said to be printing the statement B is to foo. Okay, that it is said to be printing. Okay, in the main method, check out now. Main method, okay, two variables are there. A is in A and B is in B. Then an object is being created for A and B in the class A and B. Okay, and those methods are being called in the beginning, the two methods. In the beginning, you can check out the two methods are being called, that is A dot foo and B dot foo are being called. Okay, now next check out next step what it is said to be happening when you are calling these two methods. Okay, already they are printed, these two, A is to foo and B is to foo, that it is being printed. But next step is what, object A, for A you are calling the B class. Okay, for object A you are said to be calling the B class method. So B class method also consists of B is to foo, but now in the output you can check out it is printing A is to foo. Means what, it is hiding the method of B from printing. Okay, that concept is called as new method. Okay, mainly remember some other class, some other any other class, when it is said to be inheriting and when it is calling that particular method, it can hide that particular method from accessing. Okay, I create an object and I call through that, then it will result in what, it cannot be accessed by any other class without the permission. Okay, so that can be done through the help of the polymorphic support. It has the member hiding concept. Okay, next you will be learning about a concept called as numerical cast. Already you know about implicit casting and explicit casting. Another new concept is there called as numerical casting. Numerical casting is nothing but, okay, I want to put some data, numerical data into some of the variables which are said to be declared with certain data types. So that it is meant to be casting of numeric. Okay, numeric variables are being casted. In the example you can check out, one of the example is nothing but int x is equal to 6. Okay, it is acceptable. 6 value is being put in x, which is of type int. Now this x byte is being stored in byte. X value is being stored in byte. Remember, it is leading to data loss as x has more value and the byte has less value. Remember, byte takes how much? 8 bits. Byte takes how much? 8 bits, whereas the integer takes 32 bits. Okay, in a bigger one you can put a small one, but in a small one you cannot put a bigger one. So byte is smaller than int, so your int value of x cannot be put into a byte value. It leads to data loss. Same way here the opposite is being done. You can check out here, byte b is equal to 30. Okay, what, byte b is equal to 30, that b is put into X. So here no problem will be there, since that particular data type byte has 8 bits and X has 32 bits. So you can occupy the byte into the int. That can be done. This is said to be the concept of numerical casting. You can put into a bigger one a smaller one, but into a smaller one you cannot put a bigger one. That is the concept of numerical casting. Okay, this is an example which we have learned. And next one is your partial types. One of the new concept which you will be learning in the C# is partial types. As the keyword says, you can check out this keyword. What does it mean? Partial is partial, a program which is divided into sub parts, then it become partial. Okay, partial means what? One class or multiple classes may be declared in the main class. So those subclasses become the partial types. Okay, remember that. So partial classes, it can be declared in multiple files. Okay, partial classes which are there, they can be declared in multiple files. Those are said to be the partial classes. Partial, remember, some part is partial. So how to do it and how to execute it, I will tell you how I will be teaching you. So mainly you can check out through the example here. One main your class program is there, main method class program, and a main method is there which consists of a.a1 and a.a2. So in the main part using system you have a partial class A. In that you have a method a1 which is just printing a1. Okay, that is happening. Another class is there, it is using system partial class A. One is a1 and another one is A. Okay, here your class is A, partial class, another class is there A, but it has two methods, that is a1 and another one method is a2. It is just printing what? It is printing that particular a1 and a2 messages. That much it is there. But it is said to be having two partial classes of A which are being divided. It has separate methods. They will be doing their own task in those methods. Okay, now the main aspect is how to execute this program. Okay, before that you check out in the main method you are said to be through the class you are calling the a1 method and another class A, through that you are calling A2. Both are being called. Okay. So when you are said to be compiling, what you have to do is you have to compile all the three files. Which are the three files? Program.cs. Okay, another partial file is a1.cs. Main method will be there in program. And a1 has one method, that is a1 method, and a2 has another method, a2. So all the three classes are being run. Okay, all are said to be run, and at the end when you are compiling, you should be just compiling with this aspect. Your CSC, it will not be there, program.cs, or you can only give program.cs only. You need not give this part. Okay, if you give this only, it will execute and it will print in the separate line a1 and a2. The separate methods consist of two messages a1 and a2. Your class A partial first part has a1 and partial class another a2 consists of a2. That it will be printed separately. This is the part called as partial. Remember, your class, one class can have multiple methods. Those methods can be executed in multiple files. That is called as partial types in C#. Okay. So today in this session you have learned about the member hiding, then you have learned about the numerical casting, and then you have learned about the partial classes. Okay, which are the important one. They may ask for 2 marks in the final exam. Okay, so in this session we will end today. Tomorrow you will be learning about the concept of boxing and unboxing in the next session. Okay, thank you.